Did you see the crew?
Yeah, they
They're
want him
freaking out like,
because they want to come
go
down
somewhere. Oh, problems for Christopher Bell. Had the spin earlier,
no.
and now he's coming down. A lot of smoke.
Christopher Bell has just delivered a confession that defies belief, and what's been revealed has left NASCAR observers across the country shocked. The Joe Gibbs Racing star stands as one of the most accomplished road course drivers in the Cup Series, making his recent admission of complete defeat particularly shocking to witness. The revelation involves not only his catastrophic inability to match Shane Van Gisbergen's pace, but also his complete acceptance of personal responsibility for the disappointing result, prompting the entire NASCAR community to finally acknowledge this historic humbling after witnessing one of the most dominant road course performances in modern racing history. The context begins with NASCAR's inaugural Cup Series race in Mexico City, where Bell was expected to leverage his road course expertise and superior equipment to challenge for victory at Autódromo Hermanos Rodriguez. The veteran driver recently faced the reality of finishing 16.5 seconds behind Van Gisbergen, despite having what he considered the third fastest car throughout the weekend. This inflammatory defeat escalated questions about driver versus equipment, particularly when Bell qualified 31st after a rain-shortened session, but managed to cycle to the front through strategic pit stops and race execution. The NASCAR world has been anticipating this Mexico City showdown for an extended period, recognizing what the international road course represents for specialist drivers like Bell. The number 20 Toyota driver has an average finish of 1.5 through the first two road course races of the season, raising fundamental questions about competitive hierarchy. Who exactly dominates road course racing when the most accomplished specialists face new challenges? The organization wants to ensure fans understand that even elite road course drivers face limitations when confronted with transcendent talent through honest self-assessment and competitive acknowledgement. The performance analysis provides crucial context because Bell's defeat cannot be viewed as simple equipment disadvantage or strategic mistake. Bell serves as JGR's primary road course specialist with extensive experience and superior technical support, implementing methodical preparation alongside comprehensive track analysis that typically produces victory-contending performance. The veteran designed his approach encompassing detailed homework preparation, strategic pit stop timing, and optimal car setup that should have provided competitive advantages against less experienced Cup Series competitors. Bell recently revealed his complete assessment of the Mexico City defeat in a particularly shocking statement that exposed his total acceptance of personal responsibility. I would love to say it would be a different setup, but I think it was more driver. Both races this weekend between the Xfinity car and the Cup car, I was good, just not good enough, and I lacked a little bit. This comprehensive confession exposes Bell's systematic reality, acknowledge equipment adequacy, accept personal performance limitations, and identify specific areas requiring improvement to justify future competitive opportunities, ultimately demonstrating that honest self-evaluation supersedes excuses when facing superior competition. The dual series disappointment amplifies the significance of Bell's struggles throughout the Mexico City weekend. Bell competed in both Xfinity and Cup Series races, providing direct comparison opportunities against Van Gisbergen's performance across multiple vehicle platforms. The fact that I was a little bit off in both of them, I think I just need to work on myself a little bit and figure out what Shane was doing through a couple sections of the racetrack. The equipment quality acknowledgement eliminates external excuses for Bell's competitive deficit. My guys have been bringing really good road course cars for a long time now, Bell admitted, crediting his JGR crew for providing championship-caliber equipment. So, if we come back, I'll probably bring something pretty close and try to drive a little bit better and see if I can close the gap on him. The third-place car assessment provides specific competitive context for Bell's Mexico City performance. Both days, in the Xfinity car, I was a third-place car. Today, I felt like I was a third-place car, Bell explained, acknowledging that his equipment possessed podium-level capability. I think more than anything, it was just me. I need to do a little bit more homework and figure out where I can be better to keep up with these guys. The race execution timeline demonstrates Bell's strategic competency despite the ultimate defeat. Bell was 20th after the first stage when the team chose to pit before the stage break, sacrificing immediate track position for strategic advantage. Bell finished the second stage in second place behind Van Gisbergen, proving his ability to execute race strategy effectively. The final restart dynamics reveal the true competitive gap between Bell and Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen and Bell shared the front row on the final restart on lap 69. Bell initially fell back to third before overtaking a fading Alex Bowman, but never challenged Van Gisbergen for the victory during the closing stages. The weather advantage acknowledgement demonstrates Bell's analytical approach to race circumstances. The rain, I was super excited about it at the beginning of the race because I didn't qualify very good. Starting in the back, the rain really opened up the opportunity to gain some positions, and we were able to use that to get ourselves to the front. The direct competitive comparison provides devastating evidence of Van Gisbergen's superiority. I got the lead at one point, and Shane was clearly faster than me and drove back by. Bell admitted, acknowledging that even when positioned ahead, he couldn't maintain competitive pace against the Trackhouse driver. The margin of victory represents one of the most dominant road course performances in recent NASCAR history. Van Gisbergen's 16-second victory margin represents the biggest winning gap in any NASCAR Cup race since the 2009 season, demonstrating transcendent competitive advantage rather than close racing decided by strategy or circumstances. The homework commitment demonstrates Bell's professional approach to competitive improvement. I need to do a little bit more homework and figure out where I can be better to keep up with these guys, he stated, acknowledging personal responsibility for bridging the performance gap through additional preparation and analysis. The sectional analysis requirement reveals specific areas where Bell identified competitive deficiencies. I think I just need to work on myself a little bit and figure out what Shane was doing through a couple sections of the racetrack, Bell explained, demonstrating analytical precision regarding his performance limitations. The future road course opportunities create redemption scenarios for Bell's competitive pride. Bell will have 3 more road course races throughout the season where he can implement lessons learned from the Mexico City humbling an attempt to match Van Gisbergen's exceptional performance level. The Trackhouse advantage extends beyond individual driver ability to organizational road course preparation. Van Gisbergen's superior road course racing experience compared to any other driver in the garage creates systematic advantages that transcend equipment quality or strategic execution. The next-gen car learning curve provides some competitive context for Bell's struggles. While Cup drivers have more experience with the next-gen platform, Van Gisbergen's 3-time Supercars championship background translates directly to road course mastery that American drivers struggle to match. The multiple competitor challenge facing Bell extends beyond Van Gisbergen to other road course specialists. Multiple other drivers hope to achieve similar road course success, creating additional competitive pressure beyond the single Trackhouse threat. The TRD organizational support provides Bell with resources necessary for competitive improvement. JGR's established road course program and technical support infrastructure create optimal conditions for Bell to bridge the performance gap through dedicated preparation and analysis. The honest self-assessment represents refreshing accountability in professional motorsports. Bell's willingness to acknowledge personal responsibility rather than blame equipment or circumstances demonstrates professional maturity and competitive integrity that enhances his reputation despite the disappointing result. The competitive timeline accelerates through the remaining road course events, where Bell must prove his ability to learn from the Mexico City humbling and implement necessary improvements to restore his status as NASCAR's premier road course competitor.